What's up, everybody? Whydavis here, back with another review. So I'm gonna be showing you guys the Air Force One Undefeated Topaz Gold. Alright guys, now I'm sorry if I don't sound, as happy as I am to have these shoes. I was just watching the whole sneakers talk about the Air Jordan 11 history, and I watched that show for a whole hour and only got one pair of the Air Jordan 11s, and it wasn't even my size, it was my girl size. I'm still a little bit upset. I watched that whole show for an hour and I'm seeing people get these W's and they just literally just went to the app and got it. I did learn a lot from the show though. I did hear about a few stories that I did not know about, which was pretty dope.
Underneath a baseball stadium in Birmingham, Alabama, with a towel over both of us so no one else could see it.
I already dropped a video on those shoes if you guys want to check it out right here, but let's get right into it, guys. So these did officially drop on the 13th, but I'll show you guys all the stores that had these. If you guys look on the sneakers app, it'll show you all the stores that had these for purchase. I'll show you guys that right now. I did purchase mine from the Hush Light Boutique in Inglewood, New Jersey. Now they do have an exclusive pair also coming out on the 18th. You can actually join a raffle right now until the 17th. I'll leave that information right here so you guys can find that on their Instagram account. And I kind of do like that pair a little bit better. The color scheme on that is fire in my opinion. But let's get right into it, guys. So I did go with a size 9 on these. The retail on this was $160. Current resale going for about $200. We get a glove on the actual shoe box here, all right, which comes in like clear, as you guys can see, and we get the swoosh on there. Now when you feel on the swoosh, you can't really feel like a raised up material or anything. It's like made into the plastic glove that it comes with, but on the top of the box here it says Undefeated. All right, show you guys that real quick. On the back we get a Nike swoosh right there. All right, and the box comes in all different type of colors. Also on the back of the box right there, we get the Undefeated logo. On the front, we get the Undefeated logo as well. Open up the top of the box right here. As you guys see on the top of the box, we get a stamp and then we get a sticker that I don't normally see on shoes. So I'll show you guys that real quick. Now, if you guys look at the tissue paper on here, we get the shoe that I'm about to review on all of the tissue paper. All right, and then we get an extra piece of tissue paper on the inside as well. Now, when you take out the shoe right here, the shoe is in patent leather, as you guys can see. All right, like I said, I do like the other colorway a little bit better, but these are dope as well. But let's get right into it, guys. So on the bottom of the shoe here, we get like this sail colorway on the outsole, as you guys see. Then we get the Nike with the swoosh in it right there. All right, coming towards the outsole and the midsole of the shoe. On the outside of the shoe, it says Air towards the back. We get the same color on the stitching. Coming up to the base of the shoe here. Now, as you guys can see, we get 3 different colors on the outside of the shoe. Both shoes on the outside of the shoe and all the way around the shoe match the same color scheme, so it's not like a mismatch or anything like that on either shoe. But we get green, blue, and gray on the outside, as you guys can see on the shoe right there. Okay, and then we get this translucent swoosh on top of that. Now, the swoosh is already looking yellowish, so this probably will get even more yellow over time. Then that does have like some yellow stitching on it as well. I'm show you guys the outside real quick. Pretty dope in my opinion. Quality on this looks pretty good in my opinion. I do see a little bit of like glue marks on mine on the right shoe, if you guys look really closely, but pretty clean shoe in my opinion. I'm very happy with the detailing on this shoe. Also, if you guys look towards the back of the shoes on both of the outside of the shoe right there, we get the Undefeated logo, okay, on both the outsides of the shoe. Coming towards the inside of the shoe here, we get the same color scheme. All right, show you guys the inside of the shoe right there. Pretty dope in my opinion. What do you guys think about these? Are you guys gonna pick these up, pick up the other colorway that drops on the 18th, or are you guys gonna save your money and wait for the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found to come out, because this is gonna be one of the biggest weeks of the year with this release coming out. But this shoe is really nice in my opinion. Definitely a must-have if you're into Air Force Ones in my opinion. All right, now coming towards the front of the toe box here, as you guys see, get this pink on the toe box right here. And these will crease up, but not as easy as other shoes will. Patent leather does take a lot of time to crease up, and depending on how you actually like wear your shoes and use your shoes. But if you want to put some wearable shoes in these, you can, but it possibly won't even be necessary in my opinion, depending on how you treat your shoes. But looking at the mudguard right here, as you guys see, we get this gray around the mudguard. All right, I do see a little bit of glue stains on mine, but it is what it is. Now towards the bottom of the shoe here, as you guys see, we get these very detailed stars. Normally I tell you guys, like on the Nike Dunk Lows, they're not this detailed, but this is what I mean when I talk about some detailed stars. You can really see how bold, and you can really feel over the actual material when you see these stars right here. Now coming up to the laces on here, before I get onto the laces, if you guys look at the lace hole panels, we get this yellow patent leather around the lace hole panel. Okay, and at the bottom of the laces, it says Undefeated in yellow. Show you guys that real quick. All right, and then we get like some grayish looking laces in. We also do get some yellow laces that come in a plastic bag, and the bag says Nike on it. The back of the bag doesn't have any branding or anything on it. But if you guys look on the yellow laces as well, it says Undefeated on the emblem on there too, and that comes on both the laces. So I'm gonna show you guys that real quick in like a black colorway. All right. Now, if you guys look at the actual tongue on here, it's kind of like in a purplish color. At the top of the tongue, we have the Undefeated logo up there in like red. The background is like in an orange color. All right, come towards the inside of the tongue. As you guys see this, it just says where the shoe is made from, and it gives us a little bit of language about the shoe at the top. All right, now we do get some actual cardboard inserts on these. All right, and on the actual sock lining of the shoe, it is black. So I'm gonna show you guys that real fast. All right, now coming to the actual insole of the shoe right here, is black and white, just like the tissue paper that I showed you guys earlier, and both insoles are different. You know, you could barely tell that they're different because of all the shoes that's on it, but if you look really closely, you know, you could tell that some shoes are in a different placement than others. On the bottom of the actual insole, we get the Undefeated logo, and at the top of that, we get the sizing of the shoe, whatever shoe size you will get, that's what it will say. On the bottom of the insole, this is a cheap insole, but a little bit of an upgrade from the cheap insoles. But as you guys can see, they still do have the glue on the bottom. You can also see all that lint and everything, and cotton that comes on it as well from the glue sticking. With that being said, looking under the actual insole, it is white. You can see that white cotton or whatever they use under there with some red stitching and a little bit of white threading. All right, show you guys the back of the shoes right here. On the back of the shoes, we get the Nike Air back there in that black patent leather. Under that, we get some of that green, and that's pretty much going to do it for this shoe. All right, now I'm gonna show you guys my footage in the toe box right now. Okay guys, so this is what they look like on feet. Pretty clean in my opinion. Now I'm a true size 9, but let me get 9.5 on all my shoes. But with most Nike Dunk lows, Air Jordan 1 lows, and Air Force 1s, I like to go true to size because they tend to run a little bit big. With most Air Force 1s, you could possibly even go down half a size because of how big they run. And I actually did try these on in an 8.5, which I'll show you guys right here. Now they did overall fit. I didn't have too much room for error in the front of the toe box. I didn't have any slippage on the back, and it felt okay, but it was a little bit tight on the inside and the outside of the foot. So I opted to go with the size 9. And as you guys can see, this is what the size 9 looks like on me. And as you guys see, very similar to where the space is in the front of the toe box. So my foot is right here. Okay, so I don't have that much space in the front. You know what I mean? So if you plan on going true to size on these, you know, you should be fine in my opinion. But I will say that I do still feel a little bit of stiffness on the inside and the outside of the foot. Maybe because it's the materials used on this shoe. You know, this isn't normal Air Force 1 material. This is used with patent leather. So on the laced up pair, I do feel that material like on the inside of my foot bone right here and on the outside a little bit. Even with the unlaced pair, I don't feel it as much, but I still do feel a little bit of my foot rubbing on like this material right here on the inside. Not so much on the outside, but a little bit more on the inside on my right foot. But this is what it looks like on feet. Now I will say that I do have a little bit of slippage on here, as you guys see, but it's not as bad as how I showed you guys on like some of the Nike Dunk lows. As you guys see, it comes out really slowly, so you should be fine even if you like to wear these unlaced. We don't have that much slippage on here, as you guys can see, but it still does have a little bit of slippage activity on there. Laced up pair, you won't have to worry about the slippage. This is probably how you should wear your shoes anyway, laced up, and I don't have any slippage on there at all. But nothing too crazy in my opinion. It's really just the front of the shoe that's giving me problems, I will say. But other than that, they look really nice on feet. So if you have a wider foot or need a little bit more space in your shoes, I would suggest you guys to go half a size up on these shoes from your original size. But if you like a snug fit, you know, you could go true to size on these, but that's just my opinion. You could possibly even go down half a size if you like a really snug shoe. I'm gonna show you guys what these look like with some different pants options right now. Okay guys, so I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, show your boy some love, and stay tuned.